Hey everybody, it's been a little while. I'd like to give an update. To start things off, thank you for being here. I hope you're well. And let's kick things off. So in my last video, I was talking about how I hurt my elbow. I was talking about how I had just hopped back to no longer being nocturnal. A couple other factors. We talked about kinetic chains, wrist, elbow, shoulder, stuff like that. But since then, unfortunately, I haven't been able to really get rid of the elbow pain. I took that week off. I did a pretty serious physical therapy protocol. I still have the pain. And so I've gone back to training, and what I guess, decided is this current phase is where I'm supposed to learn how to not be an all or nothing individual, an all or nothing with bodybuilding, all or nothing with music, all or nothing with everything. Because with this elbow injury, I'm not able to train the way I could 2 months ago. I'm not able to play music the way I could my entire life. And there's a couple things that feel limited because of that, you know? So I guess I'll go down my thought track when experiencing that, because most people would probably be upset, or maybe not, I'm not sure. Actually, I typically can't relate to most people. But, I find it, obviously it's discouraging. There's pain there. There's sadness that activates the ego. There's desire. There's longing, if only type of a thing. But, the reality is I didn't, I guess, use it. Or if I did use it, I used it as much as I was going to. And now it's up to certain forces of nature to decide to give that back to me or not. And I'll do everything I can. But I think about how, the genre metal was created. Tony Iommi had the tips of his fingers sliced off. That's why he stopped playing. I think it was blues. I'm not sure though, don't quote me, I could be wrong. But that kind of created his unique sound, his unique style, because to mask that, to overcompensate, I suppose you could say, for that limitation, he came up with a really thick sound, some of the best riffs ever, and it, pioneered something that has been a pretty big deal in my life and a lot of people I know and don't know. But so I look at this as a test. I look at this as, will I be able to overcome what feels like a limitation and use it to carve out a unique legacy, potentially a unique sound, a unique physique, we'll have to figure it out. So in the meantime, I am going to continue to train as best I can around it. I'm going to continue to play music, create music as best I can around it. And I'm going to seek some professional help. I'm going to see if physical therapy is a move. I've seen a doctor. I use some of the horse liniment, like in James Tiny Vest videos. He's got some pretty huge arms. He's been training his whole life, so definitely appreciate his input. That stuff is pretty cool. It's like icy hot on steroids. But I'll do another video about steroids some other time. But long story short, since I did mention it, if you have healthy hormone function as a man, you should really think long and hard if you want to play with that. But we'll go back to that later. But so I've got to figure out how to get ahead of this elbow pain. We're going to figure out really how to get back to training and playing music, what feels like freely, so that I can hopefully build the discography, the legacy, the garden of work, and the physique that I have in my brain, that I have in my vision, that I'd like to bring to reality. But that's where I'm at. So, the kind of weakling voice in my brain wants to just quit everything and use that as an excuse, but it's my life, so I'm not going to stop. I still feel very blessed. I still have a lot of ability. I have more ability than I have limitation if I know where to look. I feel grateful for that. And I think that I'm still about to do my best work. But that remains to be seen. I think this is a test of willpower. But maybe it's a consequence of a mistake I've made. It's certainly that, but hopefully it's not just and only that. But either way, that's the facts, that's the truth. So, I'm doing my best to train around it. Still hit my meals. Working on some drums. If you want to check out my music, my band is Elwar, my last name backwards, Elwar. I just did a Spell of Destruction cover on guitar. Now I'm going to do it on drums next, but I have to figure out how to play the drums with an injured elbow, but I will. So, if there's any questions or if there's anything, definitely feel free to hit me up. Appreciate you for tuning in. If you want some help with training, so you don't make those mistakes that I'm making, hit me up. And be safe, stay dangerous. Hopefully I have some good fucking news for next time. But, alright, y'all.